Hello and welcome! This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more Prison Architect, returning to the Gangland prison. And at the moment, we're just waiting for the bank loan to go through, or at least the tech for it, so that I can get a loan and finish off the next cell block, which is going to be over here. And I guess while we wait, we might as well have our workforce do something. So what I'm going to have them do is come through here and fill out this area. And this area. And we also are going to want it to come across to there. So, might as well prepare for things we're going to want anyway. And I'm probably going to want to redo some guard patrols. But for now, I think we're okay. And we're about 11 hours away from getting that tech, so it's going to be a little while. How's our prisoner count going? 66 versus 75. So we're getting closer and closer to 50-50 distribution, which I guess is close enough. Doesn't need to be perfect. But at the moment, we don't have a whole lot of cash flow to work with. Of course, I'm also running unnecessary programs just in case things manage to go well. Alright, so how are we on that now? We've got about 7 hours. And let's take a look at our grants. So I need to have one prisoner pass through the general education course, but I don't have anybody interested, so that is not easy to do. And I had 10 superior beds. As far as I know, we haven't produced any. And I need to raise my prisoner capacity to 200, which is unlikely. Even this, which is going to give me what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 3 is 15, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 3 is 18, so a little over 30, which is going to get me to about 170 something, which is nowhere near where we need to be to get that 200. And even if I made these dorms and doubled them up, I mean, technically if I made them dorms and doubled them up, we could get there, but I'm thinking unlikely. Now, I think as far as grants go, there are 2 more after that. I would imagine another cell block level. I actually have never really progressed much further than this, so I really don't know what to expect with the grants. And these are just a matter of time. And of course, I have been ignoring the inmate nutrition research. You probably want to do that when you don't have a lot of prisoners. Ooh. We must have had some prisoners get released late in the day. Unless we had somebody escape, which doesn't say we have. Reoffending rate, I think, was 17% at one point. So we're hovering around that number. Looks like these numbers haven't really changed much. Although security has gone up, it looks like. And I might as well take the intake up. So where are we at? 38, which means we need 6. This should help with the money situation to some extent. But at the moment, I just do not have the money to get what we need. But hopefully when the bank loan comes through, or at least the ability to take a bank loan, we can get on that. We'll also get a little bit of cash from the prisoner intake tomorrow, but it won't be much. It'll be a few thousand. Alright, so where are we? There we go. Approved. Alright, so I'm assuming we go in here. Aha. Current bank loan. Increase. Alright, what are we going to need? I believe it was like 14,000. Somewhere around there. Oh, is that as much as I get? Well, that's not really helpful. We will get a few thousand from the intake, as I said. Huh. I was kind of hoping to get a lot more than a couple thousand from a bank loan. That doesn't seem right. I mean, what do you do with $2,500? Pretty much nothing. Probably shouldn't have even taken it unless we were going to be close. All right, at the moment, we kind of had a little bit of a danger there because of the food desire. All right, well, we got the few thousand from the intake. So we're getting close to being able to lay out the foundation over here, but it's going to be a little while. Oh, you know what? I probably want to check these guys. Assaulting an officer is automatic. Let's see. Aggravated burglary. That's a big sentence, so you might be max sect. Possession. Joyriding. Nothing serious. There we go. Alright. You've got a big sentence. You know what? I think I'm going to take Shore here, though, and make... No, not Shore. It was this guy, right? Yeah. This guy's going to be max sect. Okay. You know, I didn't pay attention to see if any of them were in gangs, but I don't think any of them were. Otherwise, they'd have the tattoos all over them. Oh, did I check this guy out? Kidnapping, perjury, okay. He's halfway through his sentence, so we're not going to worry about it. I'm definitely a big fan of the booze now. I'm thinking about dismantling, though, this metal detector, because I think it's kind of redundant. Ooh, okay, we've got enough money to do it, it looks like. I mean, just barely, though, so maybe I should wait a little bit. Or, I'll slow time down a little bit here, though. Foundation. Concrete. Yeah. Alright, well, we'll do it. We'll only have 1,000 in tow here. And I do need to lay out the doors, too, which I guess I don't have enough money to do. You can do most of the doors. Fortunately, I cannot afford the other ones. Well, if we get a little bit of intake here... Well, see, that's the kind of the problem. You have reform programs take money away from you. Alright, well, I can put the doors in later. It's not a big deal. Kind of a bummer. To only be able to put a couple doors in. And honestly, I rushed to do that, but I'm not going to be able to afford to actually set up any of the cells or anything. But at least we get it started on. I guess we might as well fast forward while things are as they are. We're going to be in deficit for a little while. Eventually, it will turn itself around. Matter of fact, we can turn the intake down to current, which is 2. See, the problem is with the early release, you get some cash when they early release, but also you lose their income, so... Oh, and these are going to be locked open. Alright, well, the cell block is started. It just probably going to take a while before we get it. I can't hook up the utilities or anything like that either. Another thing I have to consider is the fact that this thing is kind of in the middle of where my utilities are. And I probably should base... This looks like it still has a lot of power to give. At least if I'm understanding how this bar works. You would think that wouldn't be the case, though, but I guess there's more cell blocks up there. So we'll probably hook this up to the lower power grid. Unless I'm mistaken on how the bar works. If the bar filling up is a bad thing, then that means this one's barely managing it. I guess we could always hook it up to this power grid if need be. But right now, I keep losing money because of the programs. I don't understand how the programs aren't factored in here. It seems like they are, but then they're not. All right, we've got a possible tunnel here. Oh, you know what? That looks like a very probable tunnel. When there's dirt and crap, I mean, this could be puke or poop or something else, but we're gonna go ahead and dismantle, and you, my friend, are gonna get your cells searched. Okay, well, they didn't find anything. So let's reinstall the toilets. I just thought that was questionable when he had all that dirt in there. But he just must be a dirty guy. Oh, I wonder why they took the toilets away. I mean, the toilets were right there. Oh, well. All right, at this point, I think we can turn an intake up to 4 because... Unless we've had people die or escape. No escapes. And none of our early paroles have reoffended. But our reoffend rate is going up. Oh, we got some fighting. One person dead. That's no good. So we weren't able to stop the death. All right, well. Yet another. That's 5 deaths so far. I mean, this is a pretty violent prison, so... I'm not too surprised that that happened. Let's see how the programs are going. Oh, and we can fit in a 5th prisoner here. I want to see how the programs are going, because I'm spending quite a lot of money on them. Looks like the only one that's really a problem is just general education. You could argue the behavioral is a waste. Alright. This looks like nobody's doing it. Roll hearing. Okay, well... I'm not going to end anything right now because, again, I get confused. Maybe only when they're able to do it. I just don't get what this is about because clearly nobody's in education right now. And we got another tunnel. Over there is not likely. But then you see this stuff. And you start to wonder where that's coming from. Alright, as I was saying, I think I'm going to dismantle this metal detector because it is kind of redundant to have 2 metal detectors like that. So I'm going to dismantle it. We can save it for later. Wow, my income is really going down the tubes. Oh, it does say I can increase the loan. Alright, we get a little bit of cash here. Let's get as much of a loan as they will allow me to have. So we're at 10,000. And then we'll go ahead and start making walls in here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on, actually, first things first. Large jail door. 1 and 2. And then what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to focus on the upper bit of the prison and kind of work on getting as many cells as I can get in. So, with that in mind, I'm actually going to do the outer cells here because they'll cost me less money because it's less money in walls. So we'll just do this bit here. And in theory, that should give me 10 cells, which will give us more prisoners, which will give us more income. And I also have to worry about utilities here. So utilities. We were talking about using the lower grid. I still find it hard to believe that the lower grid uses less power, but I guess when you think about all the metal detectors and stuff that is up here, I guess that makes sense. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and grab power from over here. And we'll route it up through here. And I know I need to route it again, but at the moment, I'm going to be happy with that, and it'll probably provide us enough power. We'll have to see. I mean, it'll power what we have in there. Later, when we start putting in more walls, I'll probably have to revise that. I also need water in there, but I'm going to wait. Alright, well, I figure we might as well speed up time here, and we do have number of prisoners. I get scared when I see this many prisoners gone. Alright, so we can get this up to 7 intake. Now, I think it's unlikely that we'll get in the 5 hours we have, we'll get what we need in here to set up cells. So, I'm not even going to attempt it, especially with how little cash we have here. Alright. But I guess I can start buying beds and things, so while we have the cash to spend. Okay. Then we need toilets. This is where we start to run out of money. Alright. Well, while I have money, I'm going to start pulling the water over. Okay, that's what money we've got. So until we get intake, not going to have any money. And once we get intake, that will be good for us. I want to see the prisoners that come in so I know who to assign to max sec. Looks like somebody's ready for parole hearing here. Alright. A little bit here. We'll have the intake. Alright, so that's what cash we're going to get out of that. So now let's finish off the utilities here. Go up this way. And I guess I'll do This. Then we need... Alright. I am confident that we'll be able to get this much done before the next intake, if the money holds out. Really, all that's left is... I'm probably going to not do... Honestly, the drains aren't necessary, but I'm not going to do sprinklers right now. Because they're not strictly necessary. Again, the drains weren't either. And then we'll do jail doors. Oops. I'm going to have to... Did I just cancel the utility? I love how it deleted all of that with one right click. Alright. And, did I ever get that jail door down? No, I didn't. Okay. And, let me think. Oh, yeah. We're going to also set it up 2B cells here, so that when the doors get installed, they'll be propped open. And that should be that. We haven't finished off this cell block, or this one will probably take a long time to get finished off. Oh, I'm paused. I didn't realize I was. Didn't realize I was. There we go. And we barely have any intake, because probably we're paying a lot of interest on our loans. And considering I already bought everything, let's go ahead and come in here and decrease the loans. Oh. Not letting me do that? Alright. Alright, money's definitely tight. Because I rushed things with the loans. Did it allow me to take more loan? I mean, I don't think I should. That would probably be a bad idea. But as soon as I have the jail doors installed, we'll have another 10 cells set up. And then we can increase the intake. Alright, so there's 4 cells that are legal. You know what, I might as well just pump it up to 10 intake anyway. And then we'll see if we have anybody paroled or anything like that. I mean, there was a parole hearing, but we don't know how it went. Oh yeah, here there's somebody getting released right there. As a matter of fact, I'm surprised he's not on the list of... Oh, and I missed the prisoners coming in. That's unfortunate. Alright. So we definitely can do 11 intake. And we got a little bit of money for that early release, so I figure... Because I already have utilities more or less set up. Up at the top. Oh. We have a little bit of... Well, these are queued to build, right? So... Just a matter of them being built. Okay, I think the cheapest thing to expand would be this. And if we can get it before the next intake, all the better. Ooh. More. They killed my teacher. What was that about? So my teacher died. Alright. I think we've seen that Polaroid before. Okay, let's get back onto what we were doing there. So they just killed their teacher. Alright, well, if we don't have a guard deployed in the school, we're going to have to change that. So far, they've attempted to kill... the parole officer or parole lawyer or whoever it was that last time. And this time they actually achieved killing the teacher. So there's not going to be anybody giving any teaching lessons, I guess, today. Is the program broken then? No, it looks like it's fine. I just lost a teacher, and I guess eventually they'll get replaced. Alright, well, let me see deployment here. I do not have anyone deployed in there. Alright, so we're going to deploy a guard in the classroom and in the chapel. Alright, well, anyway, we have no money after building the walls, so... And because I built the walls, now we need utilities that I can't afford. Sweet! Oh, well, we'll get 11 intake here. I'm really not happy about the teacher being killed there. I'm always going to have problems with guards having not enough if we keep getting intake without having any money to hire any. So we're starting to get at a breaking point of what this prison, I think, can handle. And even though, yes, I can expand over here, I don't know if we're going to do that with this prison just because of where I'm at. I'm really pushing the limits here. And my prison has dropped in value because of bank loans and the number of deaths in the past 24 hours. I'm assuming one of the deaths there is the teacher, because I don't believe we had 2 inmates die. So, yep. We'll have to see if we get a new teacher for the next work period, which would be in a little bit here. I don't know if that many people are attending that school session, but let's just see. I mean, I still have parole going on, even though we had one... Well, the person wasn't killed, I don't think, so there's that. Okay, and still have a little ways to go. Alright. Suspected tunnel over there. Well, it's close to the wall, but I don't know. I guess we could check it to be sure. But we've got so many false readings, sometimes I just don't know what to think. Okay, pretty soon we're going to be in the work period. Alright, there's a teacher here. Yeah. Okay. Oh, we have a little bit of cash, so I'm going to try and make some utilities here while we're at it. Guess we can fish them around this way. Okay, that works. That's about as much as I'm going to be able to afford. And then I think when we get the intake, what I'm going to use the money for is actually to pay off the loans. Because I think having those loans are going to long-term hurt me. Even though I need the cash to finish off the cell blocks, I just... Oh, we do have... Maybe somebody got released there. Oh, great. What do we have going on over here? Okay, hopefully nobody dead. Not that I can see. Alright, well, I am going to go ahead and bring up the intake one more. Alright. Just checking out solitary, see if there's anybody I can recruit into max sec, but doesn't look like it. Oh, we need to lock these doors open. Lock. Lock open. Okay. Well, I think we're gonna put a cut in the video here, so I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.